honey, say it ain't so, say it ain't so, honey. We got Mr. EVANKO, who is suing, honey, his former employer, honey, Miss Stormi Steele of Canvas Beauty. Okay, I'm going to read Kyle's statements. I'm sure you've heard it from other content creators, but honey, you ain't heard it from Miss Robinson. Listen, okay, that's equivalent to not hearing it at all. I'm just playing. But listen, he says, "Hey everyone, hope all is well. I wanted to take a few moments to share something that has been on my mind. I'm heartbroken to share the news that I am no longer working with Stormi Steele as Canvas Chief Operations Officer." So he was the COO, honey. Stormy sent me a termination notice on Friday, July 26th, stating I was terminated as of Monday, July 22nd. Let me explain or skip ahead to slide 6. Ooh, child. That's a white man, honey. Okay, he got slides. He ain't like you other ones. He ain't like the rest of you men's, honey. Okay, that's a white man. He came prepared. Okay. Okay, so skip ahead to slide 6 for the summary of where things stand. Over the last 18 months, I've been working with Stormi Steele, founder and CEO of Canvas Beauty, on rebuilding the legacy of the company. When we started working together, we began marketing body glaze to the world, marking the start of a roller coaster ride of business with many ups and many downs. The challenge was extremely difficult. Turn around a business in debt. Not in debt, child. Okay, that make me think of Latifah down to the, and she got a lot of nerve talking on that reunion stage. You need to pay them, TikTok invoices, boo. I was like, girl, you need to be quiet. That was losing money monthly and that had hundreds of unfulfilled orders. Ooh, child, I heard about it. So it goes back to 2+ months back. When I was first onboarded to work on advertising, we get customers complaining in the ads comments pretty much immediately. I quickly saw that more than marketing help was needed for a full recovery. I rolled up my sleeves, personally sent hundreds, if not thousands of emails to customers apologizing for the mistakes of the past, predating my time in helping to right every wrong, with limited budget and limited resources. Stormy girl, you couldn't get that man a few food stamps or something to help him out? Shit, okay, that nigga trying to, well, he ain't no nigga, but he needs to hold something, preferably cash. Shit, that's just like a nigga that think you go work for free. Okay, Kyle said, shit, he had enough of this foolishness. Okay, back to my reporter voice. Okay, when I used to do customer service. Absolutely. Shout out to Melody, honey. But there was a part of the challenge that I loved. I loved helping customers get what they deserved. I love having a part in making things right. I spent hours laying on my couch at night writing customized apology emails. And even though I had been happy working on my own marketing business, I co-founded Cracker. Not Cracker, honey. That you may not want to say that, Kyle. Now, hold up now. You revealing your stripes style. Cracker. What you trying to say? JCK, I felt the call of the wild to dive in. Yeah, you know he white. Come on, though. You felt the call of the wild. Okay, if a nigga would have wrote this, it would have went a bit different. Look, bitch, I need my damn money. Listen, okay, you and your big head ass husband, give me my damn money. Run me my money. They gonna be popping up and shit. Okay, but this is a good white man, and you did him like that, Stormy. Okay, shame on you. Do y'all see her over there? Down to the B.SIMONE, honey. We gonna talk about it. Listen, we gonna talk about it. She over there on B.SIMONE, honey. She did a good interview, though. I don't care what y'all say. It was a good interview. One thing I do like about Stormy is she seems very, like, down to earth. But I hope you ain't that damn down to the point where you not, you got bad business practices, honey, because it looked like you owe Kyle some money, but you over there giving AL money. Okay, make it make sense. I just keep side-eyeing that. Okay, and hell no, I'm not going to stop talking about AL on my channel. So if you don't like it, you could just check us out, honey, on the next video. I still love y'all, but Miss Robinson got a job to do, and I do it well. Okay, but let me get back. Honey. Let me get back. Okay, so even though I had been happy working on my own marketing business, okay, so yeah, the cracker thing. Okay, I felt the call of the wild to dive in head first into what would become the most challenging and rewarding project of my life. Toward the end of April 2023, Stormy and I agreed for me to come on board as a true partner, joining her as her right hand with an agreement to split equity and profits. We both saw the potential in one another, and after seeing some initial traction, saw we were a dream team that was so powerful combined. Come on, Kyle, and tell us how you really feel, honey. Tell us how you really feel. Okay, and even though I quickly helped the business as a whole turn profitable within just a few months, the lifestyle creep of the CEO would deplete the accounts. Ooh, child, he said it's Stormy, honey, Stormi Steele. That would be STEAL. She began spending the monies. Okay, is that it, Kyle? And just about every month that followed was a gut punch after gut punch. New lawsuits from the past would pop up, debtors would circle back, and it even got to a point where our website was shut down from unpaid bills. Oh, child. Stormy, you out here just buying up every damn thing. Like, damn, shit. No wonder you over there with Destiny. Now it all makes sense. I hope we don't see your ass selling them damn lottery tickets. Okay, because I know there's some talent up in there. You just gotta train it, Stormy. You gotta be disciplined. Okay. Holding out hope and seeing the vision for success so clearly in my head, I forewent my monthly retainer and lent Stormy and the business. Not lent. Oh, he a good white man, Savannah, because I wouldn't have gave y'all shit. I mean, I'm just saying, shit, you got a lifestyle creep problem. Okay, you trying to keep up with the Joneses. Okay, I ain't got to help you. Shit. So, let me get back. Okay, so he lent her the month. Okay, so I forewent my monthly retainer and lent Stormy and the business somewhere between $30,000 and $40,000. I refused to give up after so much effort. I know that's right, Kyle. And after more ups and more downs, around September of 2023, we finally struck big. We landed on expanding into TikTok shop, and after some initial roadblocks, we quickly became the top-selling beauty product on the platform. As the holiday season rolled around, we really moved mountains to keep up with demand. Our $10,000 sales days turned into 100,000 sales days. We were on cloud 9, and I felt every day that it was a dream and I could wake up from at any time, even though I was doing the job of 5 people. The kid inside of me was beaming with pride. Now, honey, that was another statement. I'm sorry, Kyle, but that was another statement that let me know you was white, because if this was a black man, he would be ready to fight, honey. But Kyle said he felt the kid inside of him beaming with pride, honey. I know that's right, Kyle. Okay, Kyle said, honey, I'm not gonna give up, even though you trying to cut up and buy everything. Okay, pride at becoming an executive at a beauty company, and arguably the fastest growing one in the world. Tell us how you really feel, Kyle. He seemed really heartbroken, you guys. What do y'all think about this? What do you think about this? Did you see any of this, like, coming? Did you see it? Have you synced it? Trying to see. Trying to get to it. Me and this ghetto ass phone, y'all. It's just too ghetto for me. It's not working no more. We're gonna use it. We're gonna use it until we can't use it no more. But it's just acting just a little bit too ghetto for me. Absolutely. You know, brand new, really need to get a new phone. It's a damn shame. She over here running a business and the damn phone don't even want to work. Absolutely. I may lend her a few thousand, you know, just to make sure, you know, her business is going good. Get her a new phone and some new lights, and, you know, that way she can keep performing for the people. I know y'all like, Melody ain't giving you no money, bitch. Okay, you on your own. But a girl can hope, right? Melody be over there giving. Okay, shit, Stormy. Oh, well, shit, Stormy don't want to pay the people that she owe. I can't be asking her for no money, child. Give me a second. The holiday season was good to us, and we ended the year with $475,000 sales days. Ooh, child, I could only imagine. Ooh, child. I think Stormy went crazy with that money. Okay, y'all know how you niggas get. You get a few dollars, honey. Don't know how to act. Don't know who to pay. Don't I know it? Did I just tell on myself? Listen, okay? We were beyond over the moon. Another sentence that let me know he white. I'm just saying, no offense, my great-grandmother white. White people, you know, we family. Listen, okay, grandmother biracial, listen, but I'm black though, don't get it twisted. Okay, but that let me know he's a good white man, because if that was a brother, it would be, bitch better have my money. Listen. Okay, so as the months of 2024 progressed, the stakes became higher and higher, I bet. And the workload, of course, too. Having held on to much of the work I accumulated when funds were tight, I was doing the work of customer service, graphic and label design, marketing, inventory, and supply chain management and human resources, payroll, finances, product development, business development, and vendor relations. Damn, girl, you was working this man like a damn dog. What is wrong with you? Stormy, what the hell was you doing? Okay, what was you doing? What was Courtney doing? Okay, I know Cousin Junior like, I'm glad I got the hell up out of there, honey, because she wasn't going to be working me into an early grave. Okay, y'all remember Cousin Junior? No wonder Junior didn't want to come back to work. Okay, you running a sweatshop, shit. Kyle had the job of 50 people, honey. All that shit ain't no, look, we know ain't no black man gonna be doing all that. Girl, you better go make shit right with Kyle. Kyle, I'm here to speak on behalf of Stormy. She didn't mean it. Okay, I would love to have a Kyle on my team, honey. Shit. Okay. including with our favorite partner, TikTok. Now, really quickly, you guys, before I keep reading it, a lot of people is like accusing Stormy of like dumping him. That way she wouldn't have to pay him for all the jobs he did. And y'all know she just hit that milli on TikTok within like a 5-hour period. So do y'all think that went to her head? Put it in the comments. I would like to know, because this is all very like suspicious. You know, it kind of looks like now I didn't really won, and now I know what to do, and your services are not needed. Okay, it's definitely giving Shawnee and Brandy, honey. Thank you. Thank you for your services. And damn, Brandy's still on the damn show, so I guess that wasn't shit, but y'all get my point. It just gives, I don't need you no more. And that's not right, you know, to throw somebody away. I remember him being on the show, and, you know, he was very supportive of Stormy, and she was crying and saying she almost lost everything, and he helped to turn everything around. And, you know, people like that, they don't show up for you every day. You know, you don't meet people like that, especially in business. You really got to be careful. And so many of her business partners, she said, stole from her. That's what I got from the B.SIMONE interview. Which, like I said, it was a good interview in terms of hearing the struggle of an entrepreneur that's very successful. That's what I liked about it. It wasn't all prissy and perfect, and no, it was like, I had this idea, and she said, you know, she had issues, and she at one point wanted to unalive herself. You know, she was going through a lot. You know, she had to do the IVF to have her baby. So, you know, Stormy went through a lot, and I just really appreciated, though, the story, like the hustle, the dream, the almost losing it all. I don't really like to hear from people that's so perfect, and this is, you know, just because we know that's not how business goes all the time. And sometimes people just don't have certain struggles, you know, but I appreciated, you know, hearing her break down her failures, you know. So it was a good interview, but that's kind of suspicious too, now that I'm looking at it, because I'm like, and I think I watched the interview before I heard about him getting fired. So then I was like, oh, is she trying to clean it up? Do y'all think she was trying to clean it up with the B.SIMONE? And B.SIMONE looked like she really liked her a lot. So he continues, but through all the hard work, we ended March with nearly 5 million in sales. Quite literally about 25 times from a year prior. We were on top of the world. TikTok lives became more high stakes too. We broke records with TikTok first becoming the first brand to sell $400,000 plus in a single live stream, and then in June becoming the first brand and Stormy the first creator to sell over 1 million in a single live. We did another live earlier this month in July of 2024, selling over 1.1 million of canvas products in a single day. In just under a year on TikTok, we sold over 20 million worth of product. The numbers and the story were simply unbelievable. He says, I followed Stormy and the team back to Alabama after the most recent live to help pack and fulfill orders. Fulfilling 1 million worth of product from a single day is no joke, let alone all the other accumulated orders that came rolling in after. During this trip, Stormy and I had some business disagreements, but nothing out of the ordinary, and certainly nothing extreme, especially for two executives of the fastest growing beauty company. We hugged it out after every disagreement and continually reference our yin and yang mantra, a reminder that we're different but perfect complements for one another. I left to go home in California on Tuesday, July 16. After a few days working back home, the relationship was business as usual until Thursday, July 18th. Stormy had talked to me about wanting to get a business valuation, a 409A. I agreed, of course, wanting to know how much value we've created in the last year. I reminded Stormy about the importance of keeping books clean and was immediately met with rage, like the switch flipped. Rage that I hadn't been reminding her to do certain things she said she would. Rage I hadn't hired a CFO. Rage that I was pushing back on some personal hiring decisions Stormy was suggesting. She immediately asked for a full list of everything I do and in the same breath accused me of intentionally doing so much to try to make myself irreplaceable and in an effort to hurt the business. Hell, he is irreplaceable. Shit. And don't you ever get to thinking, Stormy, that you're going to get another Kyle. Okay? Shit. Because you got Cousin Junior and then you got people like Kyle. I'll take Kyle, Alex, for 200. Okay, I'm going with Kyle. Okay, I would hire Kyle's family, honey, if I could afford them. Okay, so he says, I was dumbfounded at the accusations, obliged to providing the duties, of course, because as always, I would follow the direction of my CEO and business partner. I also included every one of my contacts, vendors, and everyone that would be helpful should I, God forbid, be hit by a bus. The next day, on Friday, July 19th, I called Stormy asking to get clarity about my roles and responsibilities going forward. As she had the prior day said, she was stripping me of some of my usual duties, like payroll, that I had been managing for about a year and was already in the process of handing off to a colleague. During this phone call, when I mentioned that I sent a full list of everything I do in my contacts, should she need to replace me, she panicked and kept insisting that I was quitting and resigning. Oh, a bit manipulative. And that kind of take me to that stuff on the show. And I know some of y'all disagree. She doing with Mel. Like, you can't blame everything on Melody. Yes, she the star of the show. Yes, she's a producer. But that's not her fault that lady chose to come to your warehouse. Everybody is not a mellometer. That's why in my thumbnails, I sometimes put fans of the show, because sometimes they're not fans of Melody. And then I get pushed back because people are like, yeah, but why are you even covering this? And you must hate Melody too. And mellometers, I'm here to tell y'all, this is why people say y'all crazy. Because it's like y'all can't decipher from, like, sometimes people, they love Melody like you, or sometimes they are just a fan of the show. Hell, they may like Tisha for all you know. They may like Kimmy or all these other people. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you can't win for losing. But, I just feel like it's not right to allow your mother, Miss Betty, to attack Melody. Melody is better than me because that lady would not be allowed back on the show that I produce. That's too nasty and filthy. Like the way she was coming at Melody at that tea. And then she's always up in the Facebook groups and, and it's cool, you a fan of the show, but bitch, you not gonna actually come on the show with through your daughter, okay, and be talking shiggity to me. I just wouldn't allow that. But Melody is a good sport. She really is, cause ain't no way in hell. So for you, and that's that same thing that Melody was saying about Marceau. Y'all want me to check these people that I don't know. And I do think some of the mellometers are crazy. I am here to admit that. But I don't think it's all of them. I just think that there are a bunch of them that make all of them look bad. I will say that. But yeah, that's just like with Marceau. You want her to get on her fans, but you can't check Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda's still out here dragging Melody. Still. Ain't even on the damn show. Still dragging her. Make that make sense. So he says, I denied this several times, saying over and over I wasn't quitting and I was not resigning. But Stormy replied with many hurtful things, including that out of all the people she has ever worked with, including those that stole from her, that I was the worst of them all. This stung. She told me we're done over and over and over. Talk to my lawyer. We said bye. And we hung up. Ooh, just very manipulative. Like, you are discarding him. He did so much for you. I'm sure, he felt bad. He felt used and abused and unappreciated. And don't nobody want to feel like that. They did all of that. A lot of people, they don't have to do all that stuff. See, all the stuff that he did says something about his character. Not just his work ethic, but his character. Because I'm here to tell you, in business, people ain't trying to help you like that. They're not trying to help you like that, or sometimes they're trying to push you to do things they want you to do. I done been through that. That they want you to do. That way, they can take the credit for everything and you will have to pay them, but he doesn't seem like that. So he says, she called me back about an hour later. I asked to record the conversation, and the conclusion of the call was that we would cool off, enjoy the weekend to come, and talk again on Sunday. She kept insisting I tell her what my handoff plan would be, but I was explaining my head was still spinning at the idea of leaving the company I had dedicated my life to over the last year and a half. We ended the call on good terms and wished each other a happy weekend. Not even a few hours after the call, Stormy had started to inform our vendors, namely TikTok, that she would be included in conversations going forward. The next day, on Saturday morning, I woke up having been locked out of my work email and thus nearly everything I've worked on for the past year and a half, including my personal financial expense spreadsheet. Child, that's another sentence that lets you know he white. I know. Some of y'all rolling your eyes and you sucking your teeth, but these niggas wouldn't have no damn spreadsheet. They would have, you owe me this, you owe me that, but this man got a spreadsheet. Okay, listen. Okay. On Sunday, when Stormy reached out about time to talk on the phone, I told her my head was still spinning, and that locking me out of my email and contacting TikTok on Friday evening right after our conversation about cooling off really violated my trust. Sensing tensions were still high, I said I would take a LOA, a leave of absence. Starting on Monday, July 22nd, having never taken a true day off in the last 18 months since we started working together. This man ain't even had time off, Stormy, and you clowning and acting a damn fool. You really are Betty's daughter. Okay, you really are Betty's child, honey. Miss Eva herself, honey. I don't know, child. What y'all think about this? So he says, I reaffirmed my belief in her and my wish for the success of the company, regardless of if she chose to have me back. She said she'd reach out later in the week. On Tuesday, July 23rd, her lawyer reached out to me asking for a phone call to discuss Stormy and I parting ways, which was news to me. After explaining the situation of the last few days, how that officially parting ways was news to me, and how I didn't feel comfortable talking to her legal team without representation of my own. I didn't hear anything from them until Friday, July 26th. When Friday rolled around at the end of the day around 5 p.m. my time, I received an email from Stormy indicating that I had been terminated as of Monday, July 22nd, on the day that I had taken my leave of absence. In this same email, Stormy included a separation agreement that meant I'd sign away any claims that I have for my share of unpaid profits, 7 figures, any claims that I have for ownership and equity, and my ability to speak openly about my experience working with Stormy and Canvas. Additionally, there was a portion of that agreement saying that I could not work in the beauty products industry for 24 months, amongst many other things that could limit my career, all in exchange for 1 month's pay. Of course, I didn't sign. At this point in time, I'm heartbroken to have been ousted by the person I just short of dedicated my life to over this past year and a half. After all the sleepless nights, all the collaboration, all the work, effort, and strategy that has gone into creating one of the most successful beauty brands of all time, to be pushed out over something so minute shortly after discussing that the company could possibly be worth 9 figures. It's so bizarre to me. Someone who I would have arguably called my best friend, someone who openly shared every detail of her life with me, someone who called me an uncle to her son, someone who asked me for my advice on family matters, and who I talked to several times a day, just about every single day over the last 18 months, to push me out over something so minor. That means she was probably always thinking of getting rid of you. Because, now I didn't did what I needed to do on TikTok. Maybe somebody is in her ear. Maybe that mother or somebody is in her ear, right? I am sad to share that I have retained legal counsel, and while I hope for an amicable resolution, I will utilize every legal avenue available to me. Ooh, child, he coming for you, girl. All that I am asking for is what was promised to me, because I strongly feel, as she put it in her own words, the night of the Valentine's Day Gala, that I really did turn everything around. Thanks for reading. Sincerely, kyleevanko. Okay, that wouldn't have went like that if that was one of you niggas. And I stand by that. But child, what y'all think of that? What y'all think of that? This is just crazy. It is just crazy. Oh, and shout out to Here for the Hot Tea, honey. She the one that told Kyle that Stormy wasn't a good person. Miss Stormi Steele. Steal. I'm just playing. Okay, so Here for the Hot Tea says, I told you she wasn't a good person, Kyle, SMH. So they talked on social media. And Kyle says, at Here for the Hot Tea, you did. And here I am eating my words with a big fat spoon. Thanks for sharing my story. You really didn't have to, but it means a lot that you did. So let's see what some people think about this. So one person says she is her mother's daughter. Her actions reek of a paranoid user of other people's talents. Another person says Melody and the Mellometers do not have anything to do with this mess. Yeah, because she always trying to blame everybody. Another person says, girl, we ain't surprised. She been a snake. Why did he think it wasn't going to happen to him? Remember what I keep telling you about, certain people. They're so shocked when people go up against them. But she's been suspicious, like the situation with her mother coming for Melody, and then her being cool with AL, Mr. For quality and training purposes, this call may be monitored or recorded. Like her being over there with him after how he did Mel, Kiki, and etc. Honey, all these other content creators, make it make sense. SMH, she sought out Mel to get on the show and has been subliminally attacking her ever since and intentionally hooking up with her ex-friends, the ops. Another person says every time Stormy comes for Melody, she gets sued. Another person says he sounds like he was a huge asset. You think? And honestly, he did so many jobs that there are so many holes in the boat now that he's gone. Another person says, we tried to warn you, Kyle. We broke down her bad business acumen and practices, but you didn't listen. You threatened to sue. Now you see we were not lying on her. My, how the tables turn. Well, the hustler with no integrity strikes again. I'm about to sit back with some popcorn and wine and watch how this unfolds. All of this is in my opinion and allegedly. I know that's right, and everything on here is allegedly from me too. Listen. Stormy's business behaviors, this is another person, shows she has a poor person mentality. Yeah, because why you buying all this shit and you all owe all these people? Like, why? Okay, you didn't like accumulated all this wealth, all this money. You got all that damn house over there, and it's nice. Okay, it's nice. Wasn't that the house Melody shot the Telltale Signs video? She believes wealth is flashy-ish, but baby doll, you cannot pass wealth in flashy-ish. Another person says she is going to lose if this goes to court. Another person says this man made her business turn around. He did a lot for her business. Shame, 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 Stormy. Another person says this is sad. I've always thought she was a selfish person, but never said it. She doesn't give back to her customers to show appreciation for their support and spend as much as she makes. She's still immature after making millions. It's true what they say. A bought lesson is one you won't forget. It's unfortunate some people like Stormy have to learn the hard way. Another person says this man helped her and she shitted on him. Another person says she's also moving too fast. New warehouse, new cars, new home. Yeah, she talked about getting a home in California. Slow down and make sure that money will have longevity. Yeah, just be in a hotel or something. Airbnb or something. SMH, we have to do better as Black people. Yeah. Yeah. Shame, shame, shame. Sad case, honey. Shout out to Aunt Leola. Another person says poor money management. She's headed for trouble. She would have been better to reinvest into the business and live modestly. Shoes and bags and trucks are a waste. Should have hired someone to manage your investments. Oh, and let's also talk really quickly about the B.SIMONE interview. She talked about she used to be a hairstylist. She was almost approached at gunpoint, from one of the ladies whose hair she did. I guess the lady didn't like it, and that was just crazy. And she talked about getting her hair license and dropping out of school. And I really like though the moments where she said she felt that she felt led to leave the different places she was in. So she left college and, she had to blow up with her father, and that had never happened before. And that led her into, making different moves, in life. She seems very intuitive, I'm going to try to read a few comments from, what the people is saying. But yeah, she talked about, how hairstylists are now. They want all this money and they do low quality work, and, they don't really be friendly with people. They want you to be already washed and braided and blow dried out before they do anything to your hair. And yeah, people are lazy. People are lazy now. They want to water down their products and services, Okay, so one person says, Stormy needs to do more interviews. Her testimony is powerful and meant to be shared. And like she said, her story is going to save so many others. Her success is a result of obedience. Very powerful. I like the part where she talked about how she was telling Courtney she wanted to unalive herself, and he went and got her some help. And she started her hair care business by, helping women that was losing their edges, and that made her, come up with some ingredients to, you know, help women out with their edges. Because before it was just doing the wigs and the weaves, but now I'm a help to grow your hair. And she's a really good businesswoman, very business savvy. But Stormy, it seems like she needs to assess herself, and she seems to lack self-awareness with how she treats people, because I don't think that was a good idea to let that man go. Okay. It don't make no sense. It seemed like you were in your emotions, and you don't want to make decisions while you are in your emotions. Is Stormy a water sign? I'm getting water. She remind me of maybe a Pisces or something. I'm gonna look it up, but yeah, this whole thing with the guy, it seems like it was a knee-jerk reaction, because it was oh, you're trying to quit. Well, I'll just fire you then. And, all of that, and you're not really communicating with him, and he's telling you, no, I'm not trying to quit. I'm just trying to pass off some of these jobs to other people. I can't do everything, So, yeah. And it's a shame, right? Because she's, very talented. I liked her and Courtney, coming together to work the business, because they talked about how a lot of men are very prideful, and, they want their own money, their own hustle. He on the road driving trucks, and she got him to come and help with the business. But I don't know. I think Stormy may need some therapy or something, because it's you're way too emotional with this man that has been helping you. You're making detrimental, decisions that could cost you, literally, that could really cost you financially, emotionally. And you don't want to do that. You want to, make the right decisions with a sound mind. And it's I like Courtney, but is he really going to let you know you done fucked up, right? Is he gonna really have that moment with you where he lets you know, babe, you need to get yourself together. You need to get Kyle back on the line, because, and I'm not saying that she won't meet anybody else to help her with her business, but I'm here to tell you guys, good people are really hard to come by in business and relationships. And, you want to watch how you treat people, because there will be a consequence or repercussion, for treating the wrong person, the wrong type of way, honey. You never win when you play dirty. Okay. Shout out to Miss Nene Leakes. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people were inspired, by the interview with B.SIMONE. I know a lot of y'all probably didn't like it, but I did like it. Like I said, fair is fair. I feel like Stormy is very down to earth. And people want to hear your challenges, your struggles, because that reminds them that you're human just like them. And then they begin thinking, if she went through all that and made it out, then I could make it through too. And, it's all very inspiring, right? But I don't know. So another person says, I'm beginning my entrepreneur journey, and now it's taken me so long to get to this point. I've been having this battle with myself, just not trying to hold myself back because of fear. Your podcast series has really helped me to grow and do a lot of self-reflecting. See, I know what I'm talking about. Another person says this was down to earth. I told you, down to earth, not rehearsed, and everything is so perfect. All but people don't want that. They don't want that, and that's something about Stormy that she exudes. This was down to earth and inspirational. She weathered a storm, okay, literally, no pun intended, and came out on the other side smarter and stronger. I'm so happy for her, and I wish her continued success and blessings. Another person says, I love Stormy even more after this. Been following her for a minute and didn't know half of this story. Yeah, you go through a lot just trying to step out on faith. I would know all about it. A lot of people have tried to tear me down, honey, but honey, Rome was not built in a day, and it won't be tore down in a day either. Listen, Miss Robinson is here to stay, so if your ass don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I feel sorry for you. Okay, I feel sorry for you, but yeah, when you a baddie, honey, they gonna try to tear you down every which way from Friday. Don't I know it? But you keep on, because sometimes the more people that's trying to tear you down, what it really lets you know is you must be doing something right, So that's kind of how I like to look at that. But yeah, I wish the best for Stormy in the future, but I think she need to check her mother, her attitude, her pride, her ego. You need to check all that at the door. And you need to get yourself into some therapy and see if you can reconcile this situation with Kyle. Because, honey, the world ain't filled with a lot of Kyle. They'll take your money, and you done already went through that. So I just wonder who done got up in her ear, So anyways, honey, that's all I got. And I will check you guys out in the next video.